storm's hit. It's not too windy. Well, the rain's pouring a bit. So this is a real first look for us. Our emergency car cut for last night. We didn't know what it was going to be like. There was only one review on it saying it was okay. So let's have a look where we are. We knew there was a railway line. We heard a couple of trains last night. Nothing too noisy. And then just there, there's the sea. We're on our own. A couple of houses over in the distance. Well, not too bad. It was really peaceful. Nothing else here. Just down a country lane. That'll do us for the night again if we have to. Oh, I'm going back inside though and getting that kettle on.
Yeah. We've got marine radar up because there's a ship in there we can see. And I just thought, oh, we'll have a look at the wind speed. So we are on this coast here. That's this wind that's blowing in now, but look at the storm that's coming in and just about to hit Ireland. If I just zoom out, you can see there's Ireland, and this is the storm that's coming across. This is Storm Ashley. It's coming across. All the other excuse me, all the other dots are ships that you can all the other dots are ships of different types. It's a handy little app, and when we see something sailing by, we can find out who it is or what it is.
Because we use the air flight radar, don't we, to see what planes are going over. So this is a nice one as well.
Yeah, but that's the storm that's coming in to hit Ireland and then coming on to hit us.
It's a biggie. We've got a little problem, haven't we?
Oh, we think so.
We think one of the batteries is going down because we had a really good day of solar yesterday, did a lot of driving, but then we've had to switch the engine on to get the heater to work this morning and the fridge because the power's gone down overnight. I mean, the batteries have been in for a few years now, haven't they? One's older than the other two, so we think that might be on its way out now.
Possibly. Just check.
A morning routine at the beginning of this holiday was, what do you reckon, is my hair alright? And then one day, I usually say yes, occasionally I say no, you could do a little bit better, do this bit, do that bit. Then one day he went outside, caught a look at his reflection after I said it was okay, and he said, that's not good enough. And then suddenly all he'd do is go outside, check the window and say, yeah, that's fine. But because it's raining just a little bit today.
It's leaving down. You know.
Raining just a little bit today. He doesn't want to check the window. He thinks what I say is good enough.
But what's the point of going outside and getting the hair wet again?
It's fine. It'll do.
It'll do, that's the thing.
I don't know whether you can see clearly over there. See that bridge that goes over the water? I've got a story about that. While we've been sat in a van, looking at what geocaches are around. I'll take you a bit closer. There's the van. There's a different view. Just getting windier. Forecast it up to 70, maybe 80 miles an hour later. I'll get as close as I can. I'm getting muddy. Show you the railway line, and then go back to the van and tell you the story, true story about it. It's getting a bit muddy here. I've only got trainers on, not my hiking boots. So let's try and zoom in a bit more now. So just there, goes over along the seashore. Go back to the van now and I'll tell you the rest of the story. Quite an interesting one. It was about a stormy night, high winds, just like we've got at the moment. And this is very apt. A train's just coming. Because the story is about a train, a mail train. Get back out of this wind, I'll tell you about it. On the morning of February the 27th, 1903, sensational news broke in the town of Ulverston. In the early hours, at the height of a dreadful storm, a tremendous gust of wind had overturned the mail train on the railway viaduct, which straddled the estuary at Tridley, which is what we're looking at now. It was truly unbelievable that a gust of wind could be strong enough to overturn a train, and the town buzzed with the news. Curiosity drove many to head for Plumpton to view the stricken wreck. The weather prior to February the 27th had been wet and wild with frequent thunderstorms, but we've not had them. During the afternoon, a strong wind got up and increased to a frightening gale as darkness came. For the passengers who journeyed on the morning mail train from Carnforth, it had been alarming as the train rocked with the force of the wind. Then, to add to their terror, the carriage lights went out, leaving them in complete darkness. The train reached Cark at 5:23 a.m. and was duly signalled onto Ulverston. When it failed to pass Plumpton Junction signal box at its allotted time, the signalman, Joe Miller, became worried and asked the crew of the standby locomotive to go and look for it. Travelling slowly in the direction of the viaduct, they soon came upon the distressed Harry Barker, fireman of the mail train, who told them of the accident. Next, Ulverston's signal box was alerted, and soon a dozen men, including doctors Bowman and Carter and police constables Roscoe and Fraser, that sounds like a detective series, were conveyed to the spot on a locomotive. Owing to the darkness and strength of the wind, it was impossible to walk on the viaduct unaided. So the rescuers lashed themselves together with ropes and crawled along the metals, gripping the sleepers as they struggled to reach the length of the overturned carriages. The two railway guards, Thomas Kelly and Isaac Holmes, although injured themselves, helped the bewildered passengers to safety. To the safety of the platelayers' cottages at the western end of the viaduct. There were 30 wounded, the most severely being Mrs. Alice Goad of the Vulcan Hotel, Ascombe, and her daughter Vivian Smith. Those that crawled along the tracks feared for their lives, for at any moment they could have been blown away in the churning waters below, and yet all the passengers were safe, and the Furness Railway employees risked their own lives once more to retrieve belongings and mailbags from the battered train. By daylight, all the passengers bar one had been accounted for from the overturned train. Amazingly, just an hour and a half from the start of the operation, the important mail van was sent on its way. Later, the big passenger coaches were set on their wheels and everything was cleared away before the fast 1418 train sped through from Barrow to Lancaster. So what was the cause? The wind was exceptionally strong and the viaduct was exposed, as you can see. But all would have been well if the train had not come to a halt almost in the centre of the viaduct as a result of fallen line-side telegraph wire, which had which had severed the brake pipes, bringing the train to a halt automatically. Things could have been much worse if the carriages had toppled the other way, because they would have fallen into the sea rather than onto the line alongside. So what about that missing passenger, William Woodend? He'd been badly stunned and suffering from shock. He clambered out of his carriage window and slid to the ground. In his confusion, he turned in the direction of Cark and fought his way along the line until he reached safety. After the accident, a wind gauge was added to the viaduct and connected to the Plumpton Junction signal box, and over a certain wind speed, services were suspended. So there's a true story that ties in well with the storm we're having at the moment, or the storm that's coming this way. And we found that out just from looking what geocaches are in the area. As we always say, it's amazing what you can find out from looking for geocaches. Now I think it might be time to go and have some breakfast. And this was our approach to the park up last night. Say, we had absolutely no idea, apart from one review saying it was okay. There were no others, so it was just a potluck park up. And sometimes they turn out best because you find out stories like that. Yeah. And just there, somewhere, is the Hode Monument. We've done a video of that before, which will link to this video in the description below, or here, or there, or wherever it is. So it's our last day. So I'm going to have a bit of a wander around Ulverston and tell you some facts about that as well. Meeting up with some friends for breakfast. There's a better view of the monument. So breakfast went on a bit longer than we thought. Met up with our friends Tony and Nikki and had a good catch up because we've not seen them for a long time. So we've not got a lot of time left in Ulverston. We're going to have to head home, but we wanted to bring you here. This is a canal basin at Ulverston. So why have we brought you here? Because Ulverston's the home of the shortest, widest and steepest canal, which is only 1.25 miles long, and it links the town to Morecambe Bay. But the sad thing is, it isn't operational anymore. So it's a record breaker.
And it is very straight.
Almost Roman. And one more view of the Hode Monument from the canal basin.
People climbing or walking down from it at the moment.
I mean, it's a bit breezy up there today.
I bet it is. And the flag's not flying, so it's not open.
No, because we learnt that last time when we went up. We got all the way up there and the flag wasn't flying, which meant you couldn't go in. So if you're in Ulverston and you want to go up to the Hode Monument and go inside, make sure the flag's flying. Seeing that I've got them printed out, even though we're not having a walk around Ulverston, I will tell you some more facts. On the 28th of April 2009, Ulverston was near the epicentre of an earthquake measuring 3.7 on the Richter scale. It was the strongest seismic event since a magnitude 4.4 struck Lancaster in 1835. No damage was done. And here's an interesting, strange one. The Royal Norwegian Honorary Consulate is located on the outskirts of Ulverston. That's strange. Some notable people from the town. Well, you obviously know about Stan Laurel, as mentioned him before in videos. Also, Sir John Barrow, who was the Admiralty's second secretary, that's the Hode Monument. Norman Burkitt, judge, politician and preacher, who was a judge during the Nuremberg trials. Christine McVie, the Fleetwood Mac, was born just down the road in the village of Bouth, I presume, which is only about a mile outside Ulverston. And then, did you like Rock Around the Clock by Bill Haley and the Comets? Well, this is one I didn't know. I don't think you did either. No. Bill Haley's mum was actually born in Ulverston. So Bill Haley and the Comets had their roots in Cumbria. Ulverston's one of the few towns left in England that still has an official town crier. And if you're from the 70s and 80s, do you remember the sweet Chewits? Do you ever like Chewits? Mm-hmm. Ulverston once had a factory producing Chewits, which was very popular back in the 70s and 80s. It has an annual festival of fools, celebrating foolery with clowns and jesters.
You mean clowns?
Sorry?
Clowns and jesters.
Clowns and jesters.
You said towns.
I didn't know I said clowns. And Daryl and Keith occasionally visit. Well, am I a clown or a jester?
Well, when we first came to Ulverston, the very first time, we saw a sign. I've still got a picture of it somewhere. Breastfeeding festival.
Yes, they have a breastfeeding festival.
Or
yeah.
had.
Yeah. That was a good few years ago, but it was on the sign of a Shell garage, and it was like the annual breastfeeding festival. I don't know whether men were allowed to go to that or not, if you're that way inclined, but yes, that was a strange one.
It was.
Anyway, we're on the road home now. Weather seems to be brightening a bit. The wind's not what it was, so we might be in the eye of a storm. You don't know. We don't know. When we get home, we'll show you those pictures that we promised you we'd show in the last video of this series that we bought a few days ago. I think you'll like them. We do. Otherwise we wouldn't have bought them. So what have we got till we get home? About 4 hours, 3 hours?
Yeah.
3.5, 4 hours.
4 hours, depending on traffic.
Then there's only one thing to do. That's always the best thing to do after a road trip. You want to know what that is? Keep watching till the end. Pampas grass!
It's not only in Scotland.
No! So if you've watched all this series, let us know what bits you've enjoyed best, which places we visited or told you about, apart from the pampas grass. We're not going to buy any pampas grass, are we, for our garden?
I don't know.
It'd have to be rainbow colour. It's home and back to city life and city traffic. On a Sunday, and it's crawling. Home we are. What's the mileage then? What have we done? We've just switched it off. Right.
So, I reckon we've done just 1,275 miles.
You set it at 0 just after we'd left, didn't you?
And yeah, it's about right. Yeah. So
not bad. 16 nights away. Show you the pictures when we get in the house and sorted.
Yeah, 12.75, and we did average about 31 miles to the gallon.
Which again is not bad because we've done a lot of pootling as well, haven't we? So, back to having a bus stop outside our house. There's nothing better than getting home after a couple of weeks away than having a nice soak in the bath. So that's what we're doing. But Are you that hungry? But we've still got a couple of things to show you. Now, don't be cheeky. We told you that at the end of the trip we'd show you the pictures we bought. Still wrapped up. And it's these pictures. This one's called Negotiation by an artist called Vega. Get your nose off, I wasn't showing you. And this one is called Conversation, again by Vega. There you go. Let's get it there. A bit of a reflection, but there you go. Two nice sheep and sheepdog pictures. We couldn't resist. And they were a bargain. £30 each. We were expecting them to be a lot more than that, but we just really like them. Did I switch the video camera on, Neb? Did I?
Oh, lie down. Good boy. Come on, lie down now.
Yes, we'll say goodbye on your behalf.
Lie down.
So that's it. The end of our Scottish trip, or Scottish and Cumbrian trip, or Cumbrian, Scottish, Cumbrian trip.
Yeah.
So, hope you've enjoyed the series as much as we've enjoyed
Putting it together.
Well, you've got hard work yet. Editing. I've not told him this, but there might be a series of outtakes for the final video.
I don't think so.
After this one. Well, you can put it together as you're editing.
Oh, yeah, just like that.
Just like that, because you're clever, you. But yes, thank you very much for watching. We do hope you've enjoyed it, and we've shown you some things that you didn't know about different places in Scotland. You know we like the history, so we've enjoyed sharing the historical bits as well as the hysterical bits. So, thanks again.
Yeah.
I've already got a nugget of an idea for next year's longer trip.
Oh dear. We'll see you soon.
Bye.
Bye.
I said bye for you too. He said bye for you. And you winked. And they are happy to be home too. Bye.